Okay, the deadlift. First let me show you the technique as it was shown to me, and then I'll show you how it's effective for jiu-jitsu. Mr. McMahon's in the prone position like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm standing above him. I put my hands through and I get a chain grip, this is a chain grip, underneath his thigh, and I find a spot on the ceiling so that my back stays arched, and I just do a deadlift straight up, putting both my heels down on the ground. Boom! I do a deadlift straight up like this, and then when he turns over, I turn, keep this knee into my chest, and I turn his leg like so, so he's uncomfortable, and then I reach down and grab his collar, and I drop this onto his thigh, and I start going to side control. Again, let's do it with your head facing away.
This way.
Yeah. Again, I'm here, all right, and I want to create enough space for me to get my hand in. Look, I pull and drop, get this chain grip, and then I pull, straight up, I pull his chest in, and then I start to turn this leg so this leg's coming across his body. I drop this hand, I put this hand, weave it through on the other side until I'm in good position, and now I have a good side control. Now, that only works if the guy is defending from the crucifixo and he keeps his elbows in because he doesn't want to be arm locked. That's when you hit it, boom, because that's the only way to get him to turn over. If a guy is flat like a Roman Greco or freestyle guy, this technique won't work, but I'll show you a real good time to use this technique, and that's when you're passing the guy's guard. Mr. Man, he'll be in the guard position. A lot of times, especially when going judo players, I'll be here, I'm going to do my splits pass, I'm like this, a guy will just, I'll be passing my tail and a guy will just turn over onto his stomach, go ahead, try to get away. And then when he does, I'm not going to let him get that far. What I'm going to do, as he starts to turn over, I'm just going to get this chain grip behind his legs. So I'm here, as he turns over, I get the chain grip, and then I start to pull everything back and into place. And I have the exact same takedown. I'm in turnover, but I've done it while I've been passing the guard. Raisuru Komiyashi is a technique that is a old traditional judo technique, and it doesn't have a whole lot of effectiveness in like contemporary tournaments. But you do see wrestlers do a variation, and this has some self-defense variation. A lot of times wrestlers will come and they'll grab you from behind, and then when you do that, you can't break the grip. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take a swing stepping kick backwards like this, and then I'm going to throw my legs up into the air and land on top of my opponent like this. You okay?
Yes, sir.
Does that hurt your leg or your shoulder?
No, I'm okay.
Again, I'm like this, Raisuru Komiyashi, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to push his hands down, and I'm going to do like a spinning back kick with my right leg, come over, and then kick it through to where he hits both his thighs, and then arch my back so I land on top of him. I'm here, and I step around, and I go, and I land on top of my opponent like so. That should, if he doesn't know how to take a good break fall, incapacitate him pretty good. Definitely break his grip open so you could either finish him off on the ground or run away. Your shoulder okay? Okay. Now, another thing we talked about was the bear hug in front, like so. A lot of times, I showed one of the things we could do is we could do an arm lock from here, right? I'm here, I'm controlling, I have one hand on his shoulder, the other on his elbow, and now I'm just going to spin on my left foot and lock his arm out like this. That's good for letting go. But Brian Johnston, who is a former Ultimate Fight champion, had a judo-style form of grappling because he trained with San Jose Judo team. And he would fight these wrestlers who would always get these double underhooks, like so. And what Brian Johnston did was he would, I guess we did for him, he would reach under and grab his own hands like this, and then he would roll the guy over on his hips, and this is called a harai goshi. So I'm here, the guy has his double unders, you grab both your hands, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my left leg across his body and land on top of him. I broke my fall because I didn't want to land on top of Mr. McMahon, but I'm here, he has a double underhook like some wrestlers will do. So I come here, I grab my own hands like this, and then I'm going to throw my left foot across his hip and scoop up into the hand and land on top of him. See here that he's giving me his arm, and I could even do an arm lock here, and I could hit him at the same time if I need to. I could even grab my belt buckle, my belt or my pants, and lock out his arm and hit him here and punish his face with my free hand. Marco Huaz did a very similar technique. He did a Tayotoshi off of a double underhook. Again, countering these wrestlers. Marco Huaz was a Luda Libre guy. He liked to fight upright like a kickboxer. So when the guys would get their double under like this, Marco Huaz would come back like this and give me a little bit of space. And what he would do, he would just step across his body